This is it, guys. I'm heading out in my brand new used Kit Fox on 800-mile cross country. And mind you, I haven't done a cross country in the United States in over 10 years. Now, I do fly the Kodiak over New Guinea, but this is not the same. So over the weekend, I've done 10 hours of instruction in the Kit Fox with an instructor. I'm so glad that I did, because like I was saying, this is like flying a paper airplane. You think about doing something and the plane's already done it. Now, I also just got my tailwheel endorsement about 3 weeks ago. So I have no experience whatsoever. I was planning on doing this epic bucket list flight down the coast of Oregon and California, and weather's just not gonna let me do it. Basically, a system is coming in up the whole area of California. It's just all IFR and rain this week, all the way up until about Friday. So rather than waiting around here until Friday to leave, I'm just gonna go ahead and make it in 2 days. I was gonna do it in 3 days, just for myself, just so I could really enjoy it, but I'm kind of basically just going across no man's land in Nevada. I think one of my flights today is gonna be like 3 hours of pretty much nothing. No airports, no nothing. It's about 7 now in the morning. Let's go ahead and jump in, get it warmed up, and get out of here. All right, first stop is Bend, Oregon, about 136 nautical miles away, so I don't know, maybe an hour and 20-minute flight or so. Once our oil temperature gets up to 120, then we can start taxiing. Basically, we have to let the oil in the gearbox warm up before we get going. Now our oil temperature is good to go. Go ahead and just clear our approach, or departure, I should say. So this is my very first solo in my Kit Fox. All right, well, let's pull off to the side. We'll do a quick run up, and then we'll get out of here. All right, we'll bring it on up to 4,000 RPM. Do a mag check. That's for my right, my left. And also check, make sure I got volts over 12, so we're good. All the way to idle. Do 2 notches of flaps. Trim is already set up. Let's go through our checklist. I've just got this piece of paper for now. We'll get something better, maybe on my checklist later. Flight control is free and correct. Our fuel's on here, and fuel's on there. We've already checked the caps. We just did our mag check. Radios are set, flap is on, fuel pump is on, we're ready to go. We're on your traffic, Kit Fox 24 Kilo Bravo will be departing to the east of Vernonia. Alright, here we go. Wow, that thing gets off a lot quicker with just myself in here. Get our flaps on out. Wow, what a beautiful morning. Well, I think I'm definitely going to have to switch over to my Bose headset in this airplane. This one just does not seem to work very good at all. All right, we're going to go up to 3,500 feet just so that we can get over top of a Class Delta airspace on the way down there, just south of Portland. Look at this, it's just fog right where I was getting out of there. Everywhere else is just perfectly clear. There's a little river right down there, and that's probably why. Well, couldn't ask for a better day today to get out of here. It's going to be beautiful today. Like I said, I really wanted to go down the coast for you guys, not only for you guys, but for myself. It's been a lifelong dream to go down the coast, and I'm going to do it someday. But this week is just not the week to do it, I guess. Especially just getting used to the plane and everything else. I'm really looking for a light winds with no crosswind. Like I said, I have very, very little tailwheel experience. it is a different beast, that's for sure. And the nice thing about this plane too, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but it actually does have autopilot. It's a 2-axis autopilot. It's linked up with here the Garmin 496, which is really going to be nice on these longer trips. All right, there's 3,500 feet. And our speed's already back up, so let's go ahead and start pulling our power on back to 5,200 RPM, which is pretty crazy because I'm just not used to having an engine scream up there like a Rotax. And this airplane does not have ADS speed out yet. I'd like to put it in here, but it doesn't have it yet. So that means I have to stay out of Class C and B airspace and below 10,000 feet unless I'm within 2,500 feet of the ground. So today I'm probably going to be fairly close to that, but I'm going to be 2,500 feet above the ground or less anyway. So, all right, we'll put our autopilot servers on. I'm going to hit our autopilot button here, and then I'm going to hit my nav button. That's just going to connect in just like GPSS. And then it does have an altitude hold, but it wasn't working yesterday. But having heading hold is going to be massive on this trip. All right, well, my oil temperature just raised up into the red there for a second. I've already put 10 hours on this one. We've been flying at 5,200 RPM the whole time, and it's never done that. Ever. It's always been 180 on the temperature. Now it's coming back down. That's really, really weird and kind of disconcerting. Let's fly to 5,000 RPM for a while. The temperature's back in the white, which is basically the green. I have no clue why it did that. Let's head over here to the page. There's cylinder head temp. They're all within the green and all normal. EGTs are fine, and they're normal. I wonder if it has something to do with my autopilot. Because the second I turn my autopilot on, my oil temp went up. Let's just see. We are charging fine. I put my autopilot on, servos, but not anything else. Let's just see if that does anything. Autopilot, nav, and let's just see if the oil temperature changes. Oh, yep, immediately it's jumping up. Turn that back off. Oh, is it right back down? So there's something with the autopilot that is messing up with my temperature, at least indicated. So that's going to be something I have to work on. All right, well, let's pick back up when I get closer into Bend, Oregon. I've got like another hour and 10 minutes to go. Well, guys, I just got an Annunciation. I hope this isn't going to be like how my rest of my trip is going to be, with my autopilot not working, with making my oil temperature indicator go up. But if you look here, my left tank says I'm nearly out of fuel. It was full when I left. I'm not seeing any fuel leaking. I checked my caps before I left, so I'm not really sure, and there's no way that I could have just burned through 13 gallons on like 40 minutes worth of flying. But I'm diverting to a nearby airport. I'm going to go ahead and land there, take a look at it, see what's going on, and see if it actually has what it should still have in there. The other side still says it's 13 gallons. So that's really odd that it's only burning off of one side. So anyway, that's what I'm going to go check right now. Molino State Airport is where I'm heading to right this minute. And it is just 900 miles out. Winds are calm, runway 1432. Molino traffic, experimental 24 Kilo Bravo, 900 mile, correction 7 miles to the east, past 2,700 on descent for the circuit, Molino. Alright, it's saying I have 0 gallons in my left tank now. Just in case, I'm just going to be looking for fields. I've got the field in sight. And just because it does have 0, I'm just going to go ahead and enter into a base. Molino traffic, 24 Kilo Bravo, right base, runway 32, Molino. There's my 1,000 feet, 65 knots. We'll go full flaps now. Keep on slowing down to 65. It's really annoying because I flew this for 10 hours and didn't have any issues with anything. Autopilot work, it didn't hold the altitude, but it didn't give me any fuel indication problems or anything like that. Molino traffic, 24 Kilo Bravo, turning final 32 Molino. Alright, airspeed's good. Just be light on the rudders. All right, well, let's go over there and shut down and take a look. See what's up. Not instilling confidence in me, I'll tell you that, if I'm already having a couple little problems like this. All right, shutting down. All right, let's go take a look. Well, guys, looks like I was leaking fuel out of my right tank, which just sucked that one dry, spit it all out this one. So yeah, it is a good thing I quickly stopped and took a look. Well, after some investigation, the fuel cap was on. I did check it, but the seal is worn out, and when it was on there, I don't think it was quite sealing in the back properly. So it was just leaking fuel out the back. So this tank is 100% full, so the engine was still gonna get fuel. That one is completely dry though. So basically just sucked all that right over into this tank, transferred, and because there's no way that I used up 13 gallons in less than an hour. So that's what happened. I'm topped off now. I'm gonna go for a quick test flight around here in the pattern, do a bunch of banking, come back down here, make sure that it's not leaking before I head off over the mountains. All right, let's get started. Do a round, come back, check it out. All right, let's just take a look here. Yep, saying it's full up again. That's what I like to see. We're in our traffic. 24 Kilo Bravo. We'll be staying in the pattern runway 32, moving out. Stick is neutral. There we go. Get our flaps up. We'll do just a left-hand pattern for this one here. That's probably standard anyways here. I just came in on the right base last time just because I didn't know how much fuel I actually had. I know, I'm not making this stuff up. And let's wiggle this all around here. I don't see any fuel coming out the back. That's good. I think it was just the cap was not seated really well. I checked it, but now I know. I'm going to be replacing those seals when I get home. First thing I do. But it hasn't leaked in all the 10 hours we've been flying, so it just probably wasn't properly just tightened down there. Right, now we're beam the numbers. Let's go all the way back to idle. Below the white arc, we'll go 20 degrees flaps, or 2 notches, I guess. Not 20, but just 2 notches, and start trimming it out. Going to 65 knots. I'm still not seeing fuel, that's good. Oh, no traffic, 24 Kilo Bravo, turning final 3-2. All right, looking good, we're continuing. All right, let's pull off down there to the end, check it, and we will get out of here if it's not leaking at all. I'm definitely going to be monitoring my fuel throughout the flight more as well. Because once I leave Bend, Oregon and head down to Fallon, Nevada, it's like a 3-hour flight with pretty much absolutely nothing. So I can't afford losing fuel on that section of the flight. All right, let's take a look. All right, it is dry. Nice. Nothing leaking. All right, that's very encouraging. Well, I'm gonna finish this video up here. I was planning on having a video all the way down to Fallon this morning. But yeah, this definitely changed the plans. I'm so glad it's not leaking now. It was just that, but I am for sure, the first thing I do when I get home is replacing both of those seals on those caps. so that they're nice and fresh and not getting torn up. But they're not leaking now, but I'm definitely gonna be monitoring both sides now. Well, I'll pick back up in this trip over at Bend, Oregon. It's about another 45-minute flight over there. I'm gonna fill back up with fuel there and then head on down to Fallon. So guys, thanks for watching. If you wanna continue this trip with me, then be sure to subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.